The Flow Sports Radio.
Yeah. Hip Hop Sports Radio in this piece. And you're always listening to The Flow Sports Radio Show. Matthew Shack breaking you off something real nice, you know what I'm saying, regarding these football games this weekend. Week 14, it's a done deal, done dealy, but the games itself, man, they matter now. The games count, y'all. We're going to jump right into it, man, and talk about the game that just went off, man, Monday Night Football. And Tom Brady, number 12, and the New England Patriots increased their record to a league-time best 11-2 over the 7-6 Ravens with a 30-23 exciting game that
Stir Crazy Productions, baby.
The Ravens should have won. I'm sorry, man. The Ravens should have won that game, man. They left points on the board. They left at least 10 points on the board. You know what I'm saying? Jason Tucker, the guy who hasn't missed a field goal all season, man. You just did the Charles Woodson jump over the top, and Tom Brady's cats, they jumped over the top, blocked that kick, man. That was stupid. That was just playing dumb football. Come on, man. You should already know. You should be prepared for that, man. And then they left 7 on the board when they had those turnovers, man. They were able to come back and after 2 special team miscues by the Patriots, they were able to score 14 points in a matter of a couple minutes, maybe like 2 minutes or 50 seconds or somewhere in that nature, and they were able to, get the game within reach, which it was 17-23, which was in striking distance, but you left points on the board when you didn't get that touchdown. But at the end of the day, man, Tom Brady goes for 403 touchdowns. Joe Flacco threw for 300, but then again, with 12, man, you can't play half a game with 12, man. You got to give your whole game up. But I'll tell you something about the Patriots. There's a way to beat the Patriots, man. There's a way to beat the Patriots. And the way is to pound them. You know what I'm saying? You got to continuously pound them, and you got to have a running game. If your running game is up to par, man, you can keep. It's a time of possession game with them. You got to keep the ball away from them, man. It was shown. These games now are showing that teams are very vulnerable, man. It's starting to be able to see how to beat them. But the key is you got to beat them first. We're going to keep the chains moving, man. We're going to go ahead and get into it. As a matter of fact, I want to say that this next game was the best game of the year. The 9-4 New York Football Giants win over the 11-2 Cowboys, 10-7, man. This game was so dope that I had Cowboy fans ask me to do a Facebook Live feed yesterday just to talk about this game. That was the first time that happened all year, man. Everybody wanted to talk about it, man. We went ahead and did that on Facebook Live. If you want to be a part of those things, go over to Facebook Live, look me up, Matthew Shack, MatthewShack. You know what I'm saying? Los Angeles, California. You should be able to find me. Or you can go to the Flow online page, TheFlowonline, and add that, anytime that we do a live feed, you'll be notified. You can go right there and do that. But let's get down to the X's and O's of the game. At the end of the day, man, you don't let Eli Manning be in a position to beat you. Eli threw 2 interceptions. Eli had a bad game. He was throwing duck passes. He didn't have a running game. Shard Jennings didn't do anything. Victor Cruz didn't do anything. And even your boy ODZ, Odell Beckham Jr., he didn't have a great game in the first half. He dropped a touchdown pass, you know what I'm saying? He dropped another pass. And then, like he does every week, like I say on this show, he hit a 5-yard slant for a 61-yarder and was gone. He was out, man. That boy is a jackrabbit. But that's not the reason why Dallas lost. The reason why Dallas lost, man, isn't Dak Prescott. I'm seeing all these Cowboy fans, jumping off the window and saying that they need to put Dak Prescott on the bench and put in Tony Romo, man, that's just asinine, asin 10, asin 11. That's just stupid. You don't do that. You know what I'm saying? The man lost the game to a team that I don't think even Tony Romo could beat the Giants, because the Giants are designed to beat the Cowboys. The reason why Dallas lost that game, Cowboy fans, is because you guys forgot about Ezekiel Elliott in the second half. It's that simple. Ezekiel Elliott is the league-leading rusher, and he should have been fed the ball, man. You got to play the time of possession game. I just said that in the last game. That is part of football that nobody talks about. If you're aficionado, if you understand the nuances of time possession, you know what I'm saying? And you would have ate up the clock. You would have ate the clock up if you would have gave Ezekiel Elliott the ball. He had 21 yards in the second half. He still rushed for over 100 yards for the 6th time of the year. Give that man the ball. You feed that cat, man. Give him the ball. But you didn't do that. You went away with that. You had Dak out there trying to throw the ball around the yard. You had Dakota running around, and he threw 2 interceptions, man. And I don't think that Tony Romo would have won that game under those circumstances. Ezekiel Elliott is the way you win games. That's how you win games, man. Give him the football. Think about Emmitt Smith. Think about the trio of Emmitt Smith and Troy Aikman and the playmaker. You gave the ball to Emmitt and you let Emmitt just eat that clock up. But some of y'all learn the hard way, man. At the end of the day, the Patriots and the Cowboys have a tied record. We're going to see what happens at the end of the day. We're going to keep the chains moving, man. Get to these Sunday games. Discount double check. Aaron Rodgers is back, man. 7-6 Packers beat the 8-4-1 Seahawks. They went 38-10. Now, what's funny about that is the Seahawks are supposed to be Super Bowl contenders, but the Packers are not playing, man. It's like Aaron Rodgers said, "You forgot about me? I know you see me on TV, you see my commercials, but did you forget that I was one of the best quarterbacks in the league? Did you forget that? Let me show you." And he's been showing everybody for the past few weeks. He's talking about running the table, man. Aaron Rodgers is a very arrogant cat, man. But I like Aaron Rodgers because he'll put himself out there. He's kind of like me. You know what I'm saying? He's arrogant, but he'll put himself out there for criticism. He'll say something that you'll be like, yeah, I'm going to wait and see if he right. And then when he ain't right, then I'm going to make sure he know about it. Hey, man, he ain't wrong yet. Neither am I. Neither one of us is wrong. But Russell Wilson, man, he's looking like he's hurt. You know what I'm saying? I'm not very happy with their play, but let's not count the Seahawks out, man. Let's go ahead and lose these games now. That's the key. Same with the Cowboys. Lose these games now. You know what I'm saying? Don't lose in the playoffs because it's one and done. It is what it is. We're going to keep the chains moving, man. If you didn't hear, I'm going to tell you. Your boy Jeff Fisher just got fired from the Rams after a debacle of a game at the LA Coliseum. They lose to the 8-5 Falcons 42-14 and to drop their record to 4-9. Let me tell you something, man. I got a lot of people who know Coach Fisher. There was an opportunity for me to meet Coach Fisher, and now that he ain't the coach, people feel like they could say stuff. No, I didn't care because I got my own show. But at the end of the day, I was told, I may not be able to get with Coach Fisher because I've been kind of critical on the show. I'm not Eric Dickerson. I'm just a cat that's trying to do a show get my market popped off. But when you diss the greatest Los Angeles Ram of all time, and then you don't produce on the field, even though you signed a 2-year contract, Stan Kroenke, the owner of the Rams, he got big paper. That stadium they're getting ready to build over there, I was just in Inglewood over by the Forum, man. That stadium is going to have a mall. It's going to have a jacuzzi. It's going to have a race. It's going to have a racetrack. It's going to have everything, man. Okay, I ain't talking about no horse race track. It's probably going to have a Indianapolis 500 track. It's going to be off the hook over there. When you got that much money, man, you'll pay a cat 2 years just to go away. Don't feel sorry for Jeff Fisher. Jeff Fisher has made over $60 million in his career, but you can't be arrogant in Los Angeles. Okay, now if he was still in St. Louis, he would still have a job. But in LA, it's about winning, man. If you ain't winning in LA, people ain't coming. And by the end of the fourth quarter, there was 5,000 people in the stadium. Now understand, the LA Coliseum was built in 1932 for the Olympics. It holds about 85,000 people, maybe even 100,000. So imagine 5,000 people in an arena that holds almost 100,000 people. It looks like ants walking around on a piece of bread. So he had to go. There's nothing else to talk about that game. we're going to keep it moving. This game right here, the Buccaneers win 16-11 to go 8-5 over the Saints. Saints are now 5-8, and they're officially out of the playoffs, man. All I can say about the Saints is it's time to regroup. It's time to figure some things out. I think Drew Brees just needs some playmakers, man. The dude's still playing at the elite level. And like I've always said, man, I like to see the Saints. When the Saints are winning and playing in the playoffs, it's exciting football because, you know, it's going to be high scoring and Drew Brees can put up points on anybody. But Jameis Winston and them young Bulls, they ain't playing. You know what I'm saying? They're 8-5. And they've won 5 in a row. So you need to be careful with Jameis Winston and them cats, man. Don't get it twisted. Jameis doesn't have to play lights out football. He just has to play winning football. And he comes from that. His pedigree is winning. So at the end of the day, man, NFC, you guys need to be paying attention. Pay attention. Next game we're going to talk about is the Lions, 9-4. They win 20-17 over the 3-10 Bears. The game was pretty competitive, you know, even though it should be a boo-boo game, but it's the Lions, man. The Lions are 9-4, and I told you, they're the spookiest team in the NFC. You know, you got to watch out for the Lions. If you sleeping on the Lions, you in trouble. And going back to the Buccaneers, Dallas Cowboy fans, do not sleep on the Buccaneers, or you're going to lose another game. And if you lose a game, Jerry Jones is going to pull Dak Prescott out the lineup and throw in Tony Romo. So if I were you guys, I would be paying attention to the Buccaneers. And I would also be paying attention to the Lions because the Lions ain't going nowhere, man. Matthew Stafford had a dislocated finger, just like Derek Carr. But Matthew Stafford is a beast, man. Matthew Stafford is gaining more of my respect every week. He's starting to really become one of my favorite players, man, because he's got the grit and he's got the guts to get out there and play, man. And he ain't afraid of contact, man. He ain't no punk of a quarterback. All right, we're going to keep it moving as we move the chains. You know what I'm saying? The 5-7-1 Bengals win 23-10 over the Browns. That's a boo-boo game. You already know that's a boo-boo game, man. I don't care if Pac-Man was mad. I don't care if Terrell Pryor was arguing and acting like they really doing something, man. I hate football players like that, man. Y'all ain't winning nothing and you guys are trying to make it all about you, man. Win some damn games, man. We ain't talking about that on the Flow Sports Radio Show. Y'all whack, man. We about to keep it moving, man. What you talking about, man? Got us messed up over here. Next game we're going to talk about is the 7-6 Texans win 22-17 over the 6-7 Colts. Usually any game with the Texans is a boo-boo game, but I'm not going to give it boo-boo game status, but I'm going to give it almost boo-boo game status because I really don't care about that, man. Andrew Luck, you should have won that damn game, dog. I don't got nothing to say about that, but it ain't a boo-boo game because the Texans are in the hunt. You know what I'm saying? They're in the hunt. Don't pay attention to the Texans till they in the hunt. That's all I got to say about that. We're going to keep it moving as we move the chains. Next game, the 5-8 Panthers win 28-16 over the Chargers. That's a boo-boo game, man. I'm sorry. Even though it's Cam, it's boo-boo game. You know what I'm saying? He's not playing well, man. You know, he spends more time on his wardrobe than he does playing football, man. He done, when you talk about going Hollywood, Cameron has gone Hollywood, man. Come on, dude. You know, what he had on, man, I don't even want to get into it, man. This ain't a fashion show, man. But at the end of the day, man, he needs to play better on the field, man. And Phillip Rivers just puts up points and don't win games. So that's a boo-boo game. We're going to keep it moving. We ain't talking about all that. And good. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad that the Chargers lost for whatever reason they lost for. We're going to keep it moving as we move the chains. The Vikings are 7-6. They win 25-16 over the 2-11 Jaguars. That's a boo-boo game because it's the Jaguars. That's it. Nothing else to talk about. Keep it moving. Sorry. Thank you for coming. Next game we're going to talk about is the Dolphins are 8-5. They win 26-23 over the 5-7-1 Cardinals. That's a boo-boo game because Ryan Tannehill got hurt, man. And I don't think that the Dolphins are going to be able. I think that's their season. If he don't come back, and I don't think he is, I think that's whack. I like Ryan Tannehill, man, as a quarterback. But I have to give it boo-boo game status. I have to. Because I don't think they're going to do nothing after that. Reluctantly. Next game to talk about is the 7-5-1 Redskins win 27-22 over the 5-8 Eagles. That's a boo-boo game. It's a boo-boo game because the Eagles should have won it. And the Eagles didn't win it, and the Redskins won it. So it's boo-boo. That's it. I don't got nothing else to say about that. Really, outside of, I don't think that the Redskins are going to do very well. I don't think they're going to make the playoffs anyway. So we're going to keep it moving. Disappointed in Carson Wentz and y'all, man. Y'all supposed to be doing better, man. But then again, you're only a rookie. We're going to keep it moving as we move the chains. The Titans win 13-10 over the Broncos. Titans 7-6, and the Broncos dropped to 8-5. Now, I've been talking about Marcus Mariota for the past couple of weeks of how I've been impressed with him. Marcus Mariota gets the Boo Boo Game Award himself. He threw for 88 yards, but he won the game. So I may have to snatch it back from him for winning the game. Plus, you beat the Broncos, and the Broncos is looking like y'all may not make the playoffs. The defending Super Bowl champions may not make the playoffs because their last 3 games is some serious business. You know what I'm saying? Even though Trevor Siemian had a good game, man. He's looking like he's shoring up to be a very good quarterback, man. But at the end of the day, man, you lose to the Titans, man, when you're supposed to win that game. Hey, man, it just looks like you're going to be on the outside looking in. It just looks like that's what's going to happen. Okay? We're going to keep it moving as we move the chains. The Pittsburgh Steelers, man. See, the Pittsburgh Steelers, man, y'all just decide to play football right at the right time. You know what I'm saying? They win 27-20 over the 6-7 Bills. Once again, Rex Ryan's job is on the line, but Rex got 9 lives. Like he's like 5 cats. So do 9 times 5. You know what I'm saying? That's how many chances he's gonna get. But Le'Veon Bell, man. I said this last week. Le'Veon Bell. Le'Veon Bell. Le'Veon Bell. Le'Veon Bell. You can make a song out of that cat's name. He had 236 yards rushing, man, and he was a man among boys. That boy is ridiculous, man. He is ridiculous. What Mike Tomlin and them need to do is make sure he's getting at least 25 touches a game. You got to get, because that just wears your defense down when you got a back like that. That just wears your defense down. You need to continuously use that dude, man. Ben Roethlisberger played, had a pretty pedestrian game to his standards, which was good. Antonio Brown had a pretty decent pedestrian game, but give the ball to Le'Veon. That's what Dallas Cowboys should be doing, man, with Ezekiel Elliott. Use that blueprint. Feed these cats the football, man. That's how you win games, man. The run sets up the pass, homie. Never forget that. Now, we're going to get into this game on Thursday, man. The Chiefs take over the AFC West Division lead with a 21-13 win over my Oakland Raiders, man. Now, let me tell you something. I've been saying that there's teams that are designed, they have been built to beat other teams. And there's teams that just have other teams' numbers. And the Chiefs just has a Raiders number, man. They are designed to beat the Raiders. But with that being said, Raiders only lost that game by 8 points. And if it wasn't for a couple of stupid penalties, which the Raiders are known for, they possibly could have tied that game. But let me tell you something, Raider fans. Why not to be upset? Because we need to understand that when these playoffs hit in a couple of weeks, we can't play like that. We out. So, like I said, lose these games now. But let's not lose too many. The Chiefs, there's a blueprint to beat the Chiefs, man. Okay? And the blueprint is you got to run the football. And Latavius Murray, he had over 100 yards rushing, but all these drop passes, man. Everybody's dropping passes in this league. From I've seen everybody drop passes. Dez Bryant didn't even want to get into that because I did a whole Facebook Live post on that. Michael Crabtree dropping passes. You got all these top receivers dropping passes that are right in their hands, man. But at the end of the day, the Chiefs, they did what they needed to do, and the Raiders did what they didn't need to do, which is lose that game. They should have won that game. But the season, we got 3 more games to go. And last but not least, the San Francisco 49ers lose 23-7 against the New York Jets. Now, let me tell you something about this game right here. San Francisco 49er fans, there's been rumblings that you guys are going to get rid of your GM. There's been rumblings that the York family is going to take the keys away from Jed. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, that's not why you guys are losing football games. You guys are losing football games because you guys are not playing at a complete level all the way through the game. You guys had that game 14-0 in the first quarter. I watched the entire game. Okay, you guys had the lead all the way up to like a couple minutes left in the game. You allow a rookie, the third string quarterback for the New York Jets, go down the field, score a touchdown, and he runs in. They hadn't had a 2-point conversion in like 103 games or something like that. He goes in, does that, okay, ties the game up, goes into overtime. You guys get the rock first. You guys got a beast in Carlos Hyde. He had damn near 200 yards rushing. But what happened? You guys win it. You guys went away from the run. It's the same thing. I'm telling you guys, run the football. When you guys got a running back like Carlos Hyde, give him he should have had at least 250 yards rushing, man. Play the time of possession game. You don't play that game. Then you guys let a second string running back in Bilal Powell come in the game after Matt Forte gets hurt, and he gets a hun. Man, at the end of the day, you guys lose that game because you guys didn't run the football enough. That simple. That fourth down play when you ran the ball up the middle, when you should have kicked it to the outside, nobody's catching Carlos Hyde on the corner. You're not catching him if he's going to the flat. You pitch the ball out to him, or you do a delayed draw and have him bounce it out to the outside, you get that first down easy. But you try to run up the gut? That was stupid, man. Just stupid play calling, man. A lot of bad play calling in the NFL, man, this week. What else we got?
Stir Crazy Productions, baby.
And that's it. Once again, the Flow Sports Radio Show. Getting a lot of y'all in y'all feelings when it ain't even our fault. We just reporting what we see. But until then, game on.